Okay, let me tell you about. First of all, I want to say that I am Wayne Robinson, your MJ FanMan, and I want to make sure everything is plugged in. Okay. This is Wayne Robinson, your MJ FanMan, and last week we was talking about. I think I got all the way up to Thriller, but I didn't mention Bad, Dangerous, History, Invincible, and there's others I really don't call. I know about Immortal, but anyways, I want to speak on those. And when I heard them, I was at awe. So when someone asks me, "Do you have any favorites?" or "What is your favorites?" it's hard for me to answer that, or I can't answer it, is because I don't take and see a favorite. I'm just at awe. There's even one coming out from that person, from MJ, Michael Jackson. Okay, that's right there is what I see. So everything is the same, good. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I haven't even thought about what's my best performance or what I like best and stuff like that. I like to see everything come. As a matter of fact, I'm at awe that they do even come out. Many people might not think or consider this. When that accident had happened to Michael Jackson, that he was basically had to take pain pills for the rest of his life. There was no thing. The only problem that would happen is, would he get addicted? Would he get addicted to those pain pills? And you know, what would that lead to? Okay, it led to a lot, but we don't have to get deep in that. So, basically, what Michael Jackson had to do is he had to deal with that, and plus a lot of other things. People calling him names and all kinds of stuff like that. But I think it wasn't deserving. You know, can you imagine having vitiligo and someone saying, "Oh yeah, well listen, you're trying to be white." Like you want to take and recreate yourself. You feel that you would be better off dead. Okay, that really hurts. And then if someone would call you a pedophile, you know, that would really, really hurt. So you have all of that to deal with, and you have, your fame to deal with. What keeps you closed in is because you're not just a star, you're a superstar. And you got to have bodyguards, around you wherever you go, and not to mention be disguised. But you can take and get away with the disguise if you have your bodyguards and enough security to basically keep people back, to do so they don't do something that could be really harmful. Now, I don't really want to get into that too deep. I want to find out what you feel. What's your opinion about what I said? Is your opinion kind of different when it comes down to favorites or being at awe? What do you think it should be? Okay? And the other thing that I want to mention is the definition of a fan. Okay? A fan of MJ. There is diehard. I don't take and believe that I'm a diehard fan, because right now I may be taking and getting into it, but I was always a fan. I was always a fan. In other words, I always, it was never a time to where I didn't like Michael Jackson. And it was not about his music or dancing. It's basically, I mean, like I like his music and I like his dance. That right there is basically awesome. But everybody has their own opinion on what music or what dance that they like to see happen. But I look at the other things also. I look at the charity. I look at I look at the understanding. I look at the humbleness. I look at the thing to where he can be happy, and like could take and be interested in anything and everything that you do. As a matter of fact, like when he did some, like even songs that he didn't write, but the way that he sing them is like from the heart. That right there helped me when I was being bullied, and I began to want to ask questions on what if and why. It's when I basically tried to hide, like from showing what I had really felt, like about Michael Jackson. That's when things really started. That's when I started really having problems because I was afraid to do that because I wouldn't be accepted. That right there is a right word for it. I wouldn't be accepted. Right now, although I don't want like a person to say, "Oh yeah, look at what you're wearing." Here, let me show you. Well, I got some other stuff, but imagine walking down the street and people is going to say something and you don't want to hear that. There is a lot of things that you didn't want to hear and stuff like that. That's why I don't mention it. I don't mention these things, because I don't want to feel like I'm an outcast. So again, I want you to like, subscribe, and there's a little bell over there and stuff like that. You click on that right through to see anytime when I upload. When I upload a thing to there and stuff like that, like you be emailed and like or it emailed and stuff like that. That okay, there's a new one coming. There's a new one up there right now that was just uploaded. You can talk live. Sometimes I would take and I would like to have a chat. But right now, is basically since just starting, might not be a good time to do that. But when I do that and stuff like that, I'm not into the haters. So the haters and stuff like that is going to be blocked. That right there, I want to make really clear. Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to be going out. And excuse me if I'm going to take and try to get out all those filler words. Filler words means, like, is like, and take and, like, those right there filler words, and the reason why they call filler words is because they fill. But the main thing is that like I'm really happy that there was even a Michael Jackson, and there's a lot of things that I'm happy about, and I am at all of the things that the person did do, and I'm also at awe how a person can accuse a person for like that has saved their life. Everybody knows what's going on and stuff like that, but I mean, how could you take and say, oh well, I want money, then I want more life, than I want life. That right there doesn't even make sense. So there is something that's going on somewhere, you know, more than meets the eye, a lot more. So I'm gonna take this time, to get and come back with me and let me give you a tour of the Be Live room over here. And well, you see this room right here. This is CCTV. This is why I come to when I'm not in the house and whatever. I come to here, and my show is done over there. I'm going to show you the editing rooms and the stuff like that. The green room, the big studio. So we can take and look forward to that, and we can take a look at it together. Again, without no doubt, I'm signing out.